Hello Gunners, I'm Martin Ødegaard here.
Hey guys, and welcome to Transfer Hub. In today's video, we'll be discussing an emerging question. Is Martin Ødegaard currently the best player in the league? The Arsenal captain's international teammate, a certain Erling Haaland, along with Kevin De Bruyne, might have something to say in response to that question. But it is an increasingly fair one to ask, and the evidence in favour of Odegaard is becoming more and more compelling with each game that passes by. Odegaard is currently the best player in the team that is currently the best in the league. The gap between Arsenal and Manchester City stands at a remarkable 8 points when recording this video, and Martin Ødegaard was recently announced as the Premier League Player of the Month for November and December 2022. It's definitely a deserved one, with the Norwegian bagging 3 goals and 3 assists in 4 games in the period, with his team winning all 4 of them. In his last 15 league appearances, Odegaard has been involved in 13 goals. Inventive and aggressive, Odegaard is playing with a class that very few players are able to match. The 24-year-old is growing with each game he plays, seeing the passes that others cannot and producing the moments of quality that define games. One of the many reasons for Odegaard's popularity at Arsenal, and indeed one of the reasons for Arteta giving him the captaincy, is his level-headedness. This is a young man who has lived his entire adult life in the spotlight, and he knows how to deal with situations of such heady excitement. "I am happy to help the team with goals and assists," he said after the Brighton game, instantly switching into PR mode.
Another important goal, and yeah, happy to help the team, with goals and assists, and yeah, that's what I want to do, help the team as much as possible. So very happy to do that again.
This is the professionalism he has demonstrated towards both the media and his teammates over the whole course of his career through both ups and downs. However, the most impressive aspect of Odegaard's game is how forward-thinking he is when in possession. He takes every possible opportunity to attempt to progress play by breaking lines with incisive passing, and so he regularly cuts opponents out of the game. He also regularly gives the teammate receiving his pass a ball that they will have a good chance of controlling and using positively. Similarly obvious is his intelligence, and in particular his understanding of how to access his teams in more advanced positions. He disguises and times the release of his passes so well that his teammates will adopt dangerous positions between the lines or look to run in behind, securing the knowledge that Odegaard has the ability to find them. His constant movement across the attacking third maintains both the intensity of his game and the momentum of his team's attacks. He always follows a pass with a movement to receive again or to take an opponent away from the ball. He recognizes when to withdraw after a pass, in preparation for it to be laid back to him, and when to continue running forwards in the hope of receiving a return pass beyond his direct opponent. If forward passes aren't available, he is content to remain in possession and attempt to advance through tight spaces through his dribbling. Even though he is not particularly fast, his balance, agility, low center of gravity and excellent close control mean he is able to evade pressure consistently. His technique in jinking past challenges is the main reason he was compared to Messi at an early age. On a side note, he is slightly too left-footed in all that he does though, and that restricts him somewhat in his dribbling, when his body shape often indicates an intention to move onto his left foot when there is more space to his right. Were he also to dribble to his right more confidently, he would be far less predictable. That proves particularly problematic when he is already on the left. He doesn't have the pace to take an opponent on around the outside, and getting into a position to cross from the left isn't part of his game. He is also not very effective at moving into the left half space from the touchline, where an ability to pass with his right would be beneficial. That can mean he will too readily look back for a supporting teammate to recycle possession through, allowing the opposition to reset, when a progressive pass or dribble would have been best. Over to the strong sides of his game again though. When higher up in the pitch, Odegaard consistently looks to receive between the lines, using his half-turn body shape to play forward as often as possible after receiving. When a wide forward makes a diagonal run in behind, Odegaard is proficient at sliding through balls in behind from a central position. When he played behind Alexandre Lacazette, the dropping centre forward gave Odegaard a close passing option in the central areas, but Lacazette also closed Odegaard's favourite space, which meant that in many games Arsenal did not have enough of the threat beyond the opposition's defence to close the game. Since Gabriel Jesus' arrival, however, Arsenal have had impressive and consistent movements to disrupt the opposition centre-backs. This has given Odegaard more space to receive between the lines, and this, coupled with penetrative movements from Bukayo Saka on the right and Gabriel Martinelli on the left side, has given Arsenal more threat and variety in the final third. Furthermore, Odegaard will occupy the right-hand side channel more, trying to create overloads on that side of the pitch. Arsenal's central midfield adapts with Xhaka pushing forward and the other pivot player readjusting. With left-back Zinchenko also moving into central midfield by overloading the right side, Arsenal also creates more space on the left for Martinelli to attack his direct opponents 1v1. Odegaard is perfect for this role, able to combine in tight spaces and change the pace of Arsenal's play, before looking to find the more dangerous attackers. He has rekindled his career under Arteta, and now looks to be fulfilling the vast potential he showed at such a young age in Norway. He has also shown that he is able to do it in big games, for example in the 2-0 victory against Spurs when he scored a goal and dominated the midfield. If he is not the best player in the league at the moment, he is certainly not far off. Additionally, he is considerably younger than several of his competitors in Kevin De Bruyne, Harry Kane and Mohamed Salah. Who do you think is the best player in the league right now? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel.